Welcome to our Wiki webinar. I'm Lisa Zambuglu from JISC's Regional Support Centre for Northern Ireland, and assisting me today will be my colleague James Stiffen. Today we're going to be discussing wikis in the classroom. More and more classrooms are now learning, creating, reading and assessing online. Not only are wikis an inexpensive way to manage your course materials and assignments, they're also a fun way to engage students in content across the curriculum. We are going to begin our session with a brief overview of wikis in general and why you might want to use one. Then we will quickly name check a few of the many great educational wiki tools out there which you can use for free. We've highlighted 3 wiki tools: PBWorks, MediaWiki and Wikispaces. But for our demo section we will focus mainly on PBWorks to take you through steps associated with setting up a classroom wiki space. Then we'll finish off with a few tips for uses in the classroom. Okay, so if everyone's sitting comfortably, let's begin with an explanation of what a wiki is. Put simply, a wiki is an online collaboration tool that students and teachers can use to create and share information. It's a space where many people can come together online and contribute to building ideas as a group. If you compare that to a website or a blog, where maybe one person is putting out their ideas for people to see. Wikis are different from a website in that you don't need to have any technical experience in order to use one. You simply go to a page, hit edit, type in a little bit of text, save, and you're done. Anyone can create and edit wiki pages. If you're comfortable using Microsoft Word, then you have all the skills you need to get started with a wiki. If you Google wikis in plain English, you can watch a nice little video which introduces a wiki as a resource for helping a group of campers organise and coordinate information for a camping trip. It focuses on the basics of using a wiki and why email is a poor choice for coordinating this group's input, how the group edits the wiki to add, remove and edit their camping supplies list, and how to add a new wiki page to cater for the group's diverse needs. This video has been around for years now and I have yet to find something which is as good as explaining how it all works, so it's definitely worth a watch. So now that you understand what a wiki is, let's talk about how it can be a beneficial educational tool for teachers. Incorporating wikis into the classroom provides a very different kind of online experience for your students. Essentially, you put them in the driving seat. By giving students more control over a project's outcome, you're encouraging them to be producers rather than just consumers of information. This reversal of roles ultimately helps students master content. It literally takes 3 clicks to create a new page with content. And one of the key features I have to stress is that everything can be easily undone, as every page has a history. You can see exactly who made what changes and when, and you can step back to earlier versions of a page if somebody messes up a page unintentionally. So how do you know which wiki tool to use? There are lots of wikis available out there, but these would be our top 3 choices for educational wikis. All of these wikis allow for teachers to have their wiki free of advertisements, which is important. They're all quite similar, to be honest. Wikispaces has been designed specifically for use in the classroom. It is a social writing platform that also acts as a classroom management tool. Not only does the site provide easy-to-use templates, it's free and also has a variety of assessment tools. Tutors can use Wikispaces to create assignments and share resources. MediaWiki is another very popular free wiki tool. This is what Wikipedia is built with. It is especially good for scientific and engineering subjects as it offers an integrated maths formula display which allows for the display of mathematical symbols and formulations on a wiki page. PBWorks has over 300,000 education-based wikis and counting. This tool offers educators a range of options that encourage student-centered learning. Students can build websites or web pages that can be shared with other students and staff. If you opt to upgrade from the free version to one of the educational paid plans, you get more features like folder-level security and a lot more file storage. The free plan, though, is more than adequate to get your wiki up and running. Okay, so let's take a look now at how you would set up a classroom wiki using PBWorks. Our first demo, which is 6.5 minutes long, deals with how to sign up for a free wiki account and also how to navigate around your wiki space. The first thing we want to do is go straight to the PBWorks website. So we're going to sign up for a free wiki account. So I'm going to click on this orange button here to get started. And then from the selections that we hear, we're going to click on the educational option. Then we're going to sign up for the basic free version. Then I'm going to create a test wiki for the purpose of this demo, agree to non-commercial use, enter my name and my details. Click next. PBWorks will then send me an email which I need to click on the link just to confirm that I am who I say I am. Okay, so you can assume that I have clicked on the link in my email and it launches this new window which welcomes me to my new test wiki site. First thing I need to do is choose the security settings. So I can choose to set it to anyone. So this is a public wiki, anybody in the world can see it, or I can lock it down so that only people that I invite or approve can see the content. Anybody else will not be able to access this wiki. The last thing I do is agree to the terms of service. Click on this link, which will then load the front page of my wiki site. Now this is a default template that you get once you set up a new wiki, and you're free to edit it as you wish. Before we create any pages or set up our users, let's quickly focus on the layout of the wiki page so that we understand where everything is located and how it all works. The wiki is basically made up of 4 main parts. At the top you have the various PBWorks menu options, where you can do things like update your account details, switch between different wiki sites you may have, or access the help. Below that you have the main wiki content area. The Pages and Files menu is where you can go to explore all the files and folders contained within your wiki site. The Users tab lets you set up and control permissions for your users. And the Settings is where you can customize your wiki space and change the colors and add a logo. We are currently in the Wiki tab. This is where you can view and edit your pages. At the bottom of each page is the Comments area. Comments are a great way for students to make suggestions about the page without changing the content on the page. They're also great for giving feedback and for working on assignments as a team. Comments cannot be edited by any user of the wiki and can only be deleted by users with editor or administrator access on the page. Over to the left of the screen are some key menu options and the main navigation area. Starting at the top, the search is a very powerful feature of wikis in general. Every page has a search bar in the upper right corner which allows a basic search of pages and files. Everyone who has access to the wiki has access to the search bar. However, the results will be tailored to their permission level. All the content of your pages you create in PBWorks will always be fully searchable. There may be times when you might want to expand your wiki space's main content area to better view a spreadsheet, image, or table. You can easily do this by hiding the right panel. By clicking on this triangle here, you will be able to hide and reveal the right panel of your wiki as you wish. Back to the main options. Well, these 3 are pretty much self-explanatory. Below this, we have a few options that are specific to the page you are viewing. There may be times when you want to alert a student or students of content on a specific page in your wiki. Rather than manually constructing an email with a link, the Share This Page feature streamlines this process for you. This menu option allows you quickly to file pages into specific folders you've previously created. Tags are words and phrases that can be associated with wiki pages to make searching easier. If a page is tagged with a keyword, when the wiki is searched, pages with that tag will appear at the top of the list. The option to control access to this page is not available with free accounts, so let's move over to the page history link and check that out. When changes to pages are saved, the previous versions of the page are still available through the page history. If we click on the page history link, you can look at the previous versions of a page. These dates and times represent every time the page has been saved. Click on the date and time of the revision you want to see. If a page has become corrupt or if mistakes have been made, then you can easily resolve the issue with the page by reverting back to the last good version. If you do want to revert to a previous version of the page, just click the Revert to this version link at the top of the page revision. This will make the previous version the current version of the page. I want to return to the current version of this page, so I'll just click on this link here. Okay, moving on. We mentioned before how the Pages and Files Manager is a great way to see what is on your wiki, but you may want to explore the pages available to you on your wiki without navigating away from the current page. The navigator on the right-hand side of the wiki lets you do just this. By using the navigator, you can explore which files are available to you without navigating away from the current page. If the listing is especially long, you can click on the handle on the lower border of the navigator and extend it to whatever size you need. If a page is not in any folder, then all the folders are listed and the pages are listed beneath that list of folders. Once you click on a folder in the navigator, it will change to show you the contents of that folder or category you've clicked on. Use the back button to return to the top level of the menu tree. Notice the starred pages and files option here. All members of the wiki have the option to star a page. This makes a special bookmark which is saved only for you. The starred items list is different for every logged in user because they've starred different pages. Below the navigator is a sidebar which you can edit like any other page in the wiki. It can be useful if you want to create a list of links to, say, external resources or websites, or if you want to highlight key pages within your wiki. Share this workspace is really just a shortcut way to add a new writer to the wiki without having to go into the settings. And located at the very end is the recent activity window, which is a great way to see what's happening on your wiki at a glance. This list will show most recent comments, uploads, edits, and you can click on any one of these files if you want to know more. Moving on to our next demo, which runs for 10 minutes, this will show you just how easy it is to add a new page and edit your content. We will also look at how to add your students to the wiki space and set suitable permission levels. Okay, so the first thing I will show you now is how to create a page, and there are a few different ways that you can create a page in PBWorks, and you can make as many pages as you need for your wiki space. First thing to do is click on the Create a Page link in the upper right corner of your wiki space. You'll see a link to create a page, so just click on that link and then you'll see a form which lets you input the title of your new page, and you can also choose to put it into an existing folder on your wiki site or just leave it where it is. So make whatever selections you need and click on the Create Page button. You can also create a page from within the Pages and Files Manager. So if you click on Pages and Files, you'll see a new button. Select the Create a Wiki page and enter the title of the page as you did in the last step, and click on the Create Page button. Another way to create a page is to create a copy of an existing page. So if you have a page that has a lot of formatting in it and some content that you want to reuse, you can simply make a copy of an existing page and then edit that copy. To do this, simply click on the Copy This Page option on the right hand side. When you click the link, you'll be prompted to create a new name for the page. You can either keep the copy off format or you can name the page whatever you need to name it. So click on the Copy button and the new page will have the same security settings and appear in the same folder as the original page that was created. Let's take a look now at how we would edit a page. So let's take the page that we just created and click on the Edit link. And here you can see the rich text editor view that we get. To edit the text on this page is basically the same process as if you were using Word. So you can see if I highlight some text, I can make it bold. I can change the color of text by selecting it, going down here, make it blue, italics, and I can do things like delete content that's on the existing page. So if I just select everything and hit the delete key, that removes it from the page. And if I wanted to do something like insert some new text, I can start typing from scratch. Or I could copy and paste from an existing document. So here's a Word document I have that has a definition of what a wiki is, taken from Wikipedia. I can simply copy from my Word document. So I can use the shortcut key Control and V to paste the new content from the Word document into my wiki page. We'll make it black and make it size 12. If I wanted to insert an image, I simply come over to this side of the page, click on Images and Files to upload an image. So I'll go to my picture library, and I've saved a picture here of Ward Cunningham, who was the man who invented the first wiki. And if I click on that, it inserts it into my page just like that. Another thing I might want to do is create a hyperlink to a web page. So I will simply select the text once I click here and simply click on this button to add a link. This pops up a little box where you can type in or paste the URL that you want to go to. So I have got the window open. I'll simply copy it from the browser, Control and C to copy, go back to my wiki window and just simply paste in the link and hit return. And there you can see it's turned it into a hyperlink. If I right click on that, I can edit that link at any time and it pops up like this. Usually when I create links within my wiki to external sites, I always choose to open them in a new window so that my wiki stays in the background at all times. So once I'm happy with it, just click on the edit link button. So I've inserted a new piece of text. I've looked at how you can change the formatting. You can also choose some of the styles that are available here, the heading styles, if you wanted to break up your document into logical sections. You can see as well how we just use the normal text controls here. Set it to point size 12 and change it back to black. So I'll put in a new section here. And I'll use the headings and I'll indent it so it's in line with everything else. Once I'm happy with my wiki, I simply click on the Save button and then I can see what I've created in my browser. Let's take a look now at how you would add your students to your wiki space. If you set your wiki space to allow anyone to read the content, then anonymous internet users are allowed to view content without logging in. Only logged in users can change content or make comments in a wiki space. Because the educational edition of PBWorks is used in schools and colleges, administrators of spaces can add users in a variety of different ways. We are going to look at how to add students by setting up a custom username and password in advance, which you can then hand out to your students. To get started, click the Users tab and then click the Add More Users button. Then you click on the link in the yellow banner to create classroom accounts. You then choose the number of students who need accounts and what permission level you'd like them to have. It is currently set to Writer as a default permission level. You can change individual users on the next step, and we will look a little closer at permissions once we've created our users. Now you'll see a list of accounts on your screen. By default, they'll have automatic usernames like WikiUser0001, but you can change them to something more memorable. The same goes for the passwords. You can use the easy to remember passwords that PBWorks generates, or you're free to change them to whatever you want. Optionally, you can enter a name for each user. This name will be displayed in the wiki when the student edits the wiki or comments on a page, so it makes sense to add the student's real names. Just be aware that while the username is not case sensitive, the password is case sensitive, so it might be easier just to use lowercase text for both these fields. Okay, so once I'm happy with all my account details, I click on the Create Accounts button, and this takes me to the option to print my new accounts. The printout is designed to make it easy for you to distribute the accounts to your students. Alternatively, you could copy and paste this list to your email and send an email to each individual student with their login details. Once I'm finished with the print window, I simply close it down and return to my Users tab. You will have noticed earlier when we created our users that the default permission was set to writer. For a classroom wiki, I would leave my students at writer level, as it means that they will not have the power to delete content within the wiki. Let's take a quick look now at the 4 levels of permissions that are available within PBWorks. The administrator permission is the highest authority on the wiki space. This role is responsible for adding users to the wiki space and modifying the settings. The admin of a wiki can access, modify, create and delete any or all the content on the wiki space. No folder or page security can be set on a wiki space to keep a user with admin permission from viewing it. So you need to be careful never to give admin permission to any user that you do not want to have total access of your wiki space, including the power to delete content, remove users, or delete the entire site itself. The editor permission level allows users to view, create, edit and delete content from your wiki space. Editors have the permission to permanently remove or change content in the space, and so this permission should only be given to trusted members. Changes that editors or administrators make to the wiki space, if they involve deleting content, cannot be undone through the page history or file revision history capabilities of the wiki space. The writer permission level allows users to view, create and edit content from your wiki space. The writer permission level does not give your users the power to delete. Any changes that a user with the writer permission level can make can be undone by other users via the page history and file revision history. This applies to all pages, files, comments and tasks where the user has writer permission level. The reader permission level allows users to view content from your wiki space. If the admin of the wiki space sets the security to allow anyone to view the site, then the site will be available to users who are not logged in. This applies to all pages, files and comments where the user has the reader permission level. If you want to make sure that the content of your wiki space is read-only, then set the permission level of users to be reader. This way they'll only be able to view content and no changes will be made by their account. Okay, so let's return to our wiki space. Following that demo, I hope you can see the power of the wiki for managing your content and getting your students into a space where they can collaborate together as a group. The wiki space which was used in the demo is a public space now, which you can all access from your own PCs there. It has been seeded with content which could be useful for you if you wanted to set up your own class wiki. The home page has been set up with a little bit of orientation information for students, with links to areas of the wiki which are important. A sandbox page is available so that they can practice using a wiki page in a safe area without the fear of messing up someone else's page. A wiki etiquette page is linked from the home page, offering them general advice on using this classroom wiki. I've also pointed out where the feedback page is if students need any help at all getting started. Another useful page might be the example wikis page, which links out to a few good examples of classroom wikis. You will also find another useful page in the wiki which highlights a number of different activities which you could set up for your students. So there are lots of useful stuff in there to get you started. So you've all seen with your own eyes just how easy it is to get up and running, and you have a real working wiki to refer to. But just before we finish up, let me quickly highlight a few top tips to ensure the success of your wiki. Start small, take baby steps. Everybody will benefit from gradually increasing wiki use in the classroom. By starting small, you can stay on top of monitoring your wiki, keeping you in control. Set clear expectations. Before setting wiki guidelines and sharing them with your students, consult your college's policies and social media. Provide students with written guidelines that must be adhered to. Do let students know that if they publish inappropriate content, there will be consequences. Collaborate. Do lots and lots of group work. Create assignments that require students to work together, continuously communicating as part of a team as they would in the real world. For example, have students work together as a research team, investigating a topic of choice. Read other wikis. As a class and individually, explore other classroom wikis. This will give you ideas and inspiration for your own wiki pages. Keep contributing. Wiki is more than just a learning tool for students. It's a communication tool for tutors. Use Wiki to keep your class informed and to post assignments and other class-related content. Your Wiki page is easily edited and updated, so there's no more need for that last-minute trip to the photocopier. Ask for help. Although wikis are fairly easy to use, there are times when you might run into stumbling blocks. Ask for help when you don't understand something. You'd be surprised at how much others might know about wikis. Okay, so I hope today's session has been useful. If anyone has any questions at all, please feel free to drop us an email. Our details are listed on this slide if you would like to get in touch, or if you would like details of future webinars, just check out the RSCni website. Okay then, that's all from us. Until the next time, bye for now.